welcome to another episode of the House of Jazz podcast. Now listen. At the House of Jazz, we have house rules. Rule number 1, choose you and watch everything else choose you too. Rule number 2, abide by rule number 1. Now, if we had a rule number 3, because your girl is from the South, and in the South they say what goes on in my house, stay in my house. Not in the House of Jazz. So in the House of Jazz, what I want you to do is that if you hear anything that resonates, if you hear anything that really hits your heart, I want you to share. Go out and tell the people what happened in the House of Jazz, because I want you to share those experiences. I want to hear your perspectives and things of that nature. And we want to get the word out, build community here, and so we can keep this thing and this momentum going, okay? So in this episode of the House of Jazz, I want to talk about take what you need and leave what you don't. Take what you need and leave what you don't. And I mean that in every aspect of your life. A lot of times we are navigating life and we're hearing different things and we're being exposed to different things. And this is great. This is awesome. This is amazing. But we're trying to take everything and execute it, or everything, and we're trying to take it to heart, or we're trying to take everything and implement it into life. And what we end up doing is getting overwhelmed. So for example, right, I am a lifelong learner. And what I mean by that is I have the desire to always learn. Another thing about me is that I believe in mentors and coaches and consultants and things of that nature. I believe in people giving me their knowledge so that I can implement it in a way that's going to help me, fulfill my purpose or whatever the thing is that I'm trying to do. I believe in these things. But because I am a lifelong learner, because I believe in coaches and mentors and things like that, I have invested in myself. Money-wise, I have invested in myself time, energy, all of these things. And I got to a point to where it was like information overload. It was information overload because I was taking everything in. I can even remember that I could go back and reflect on the different coaches that I had, because I'm so coachable. I like to think that I am so coachable that it can be a negative thing. I am so coachable that I can be indoctrined, or I used to be able to be indoctrined to the point where I saw myself kind of becoming or trying to do exactly what my coaches did, the way that they did it, and I didn't have any autonomy or any originality or really any authenticity in what it was that I was trying to do. So what do you mean, Jazz? So there was a time where I was writing my first book. My coach was absolutely amazing. She believes in showing up on camera, everything polished, good, put together, looking very, very professional. And so I found myself trying to do that. And I was actually in health and wellness at the time. So I'm used to being in my workout clothes. I'm used to being very laid back. And I noticed myself trying to change. And not that it was the wrong thing to do. It was just not the me thing to do. It was me trying to take what she was saying as being polished as, I need to show up the way she showed up in her blazers, in her nice blouses, in her hair pinned up and things of that nature, because that worked for her. And so when I took everything that was given to me, I lost a piece of me, because I wasn't living by the notion of take what you need, leave what you don't. And that's just in one scenario. Another scenario that just happened maybe yesterday, I went to a conference and it was absolutely amazing. But I love the fact that they started that conference off and they said, take what you need, leave what you don't. And so I went in there with a certain expectation of what I thought I was supposed to get out of that particular conference. However, from that conference, I didn't get anything from the people that were actually putting on the conference, but from the people or the other attendees who asked specific questions that spoke right to my soul, and things that I needed and things that I wanted, and things that I would want to implement in my business. Those were the things that I needed to take. And the other stuff that didn't matter to me, like the other ideas that were spoken in the room that did not matter to me, did not align with my thought process, even though they were great ideas, I left them. Now, the old Jazz back in the day that I was telling you about, who had that coach who was very polished, and I tried to show up in my blazers and things like that, but that wasn't just me. The old Jazz probably would have tried to take those particular ideas and things and implement them into my business, and that wasn't the correct thing to do. And so I want to encourage you. That when you are in spaces that you are either learning something new, or you're meeting new people, or you're hearing different perspectives, even in this one, you're hearing different perspectives and you're seeing the way other people see the world. If something resonates with you and it's something that you want to try, you want to indulge in, or whatever that is, I want you to take those things, but I want to make sure that you make a conscious effort to still stay true to you. And what does not feel good with you, what does not align with your purpose, your mission, your values, your morals, or anything like that, I want you to leave them. And I want you to understand that we're all created here to be different. All right? We're not going to all think the same. We're not going to all operate the same. But don't go in spaces so open, so green, so new to try to take absolutely everything that's given to you and then implement it. I don't care what anybody says. Now, they may tear me up in the comments, maybe some of the coaches and consultants and things like that. But I've had coaches and consultants and mentors who really do really good work by giving you the foundational things and like the strategies and frameworks of how you can make certain things work. And even my therapist, she's the same exact way. She gives me great interventions and things that align with who I am. And even she says, take what you need and leave what you don't. And so I don't want you guys to go out there and be in spaces to where now you're getting overwhelmed. You've lost a sense of who you are because you're trying to be somebody else. And you're not doing it intentionally. You're just doing it because the coach said do this, the mentor said do that. Yeah, that's true, but I want you to make sure that you stay at the top of your priority list and you are always at the center of the things that you choose to do or that you don't choose to do, what you choose to believe and what you don't. So make it a habit to take what you need, leave what you don't. Okay? So until next episode on the House of Jazz podcast, what I want y'all to do is leave me some comments. Let me know what you think. Also, if you want to join the house party, make sure you do so by clicking that little red button so you can join us in the house. And until next episode, I'll see you soon.